have a 2006 Toyota Camry. Today we're gonna work on, well, today it's already 6:37. So we're gonna work on lower control arms on both of them. So stay tuned. I will teach you guys on how to take it out. Let me see. All right, so this is the lower control arm. My main issue is that I have to take out this mount to take out the lower control arm. Is it doable? Yeah. Is it tough? Fuck yeah, it's tough. All right, so instead of whining, let's get into it, man. It's gonna be a long night. First thing we're gonna do is take out the outer tie rod. The outer tie rod. We're gonna take out the outer tie rod first. It's gonna help us make a lot. No, it's gonna help us a lot. Make things a lot easier. And then we're gonna take out the bolt joint. Get my hammer, aim it here. One hit, it's out. Okay. From there, I will take out the motor mount. I believe that's also 17 bolts. There's 3 of them. The other one is hiding under the plastic. Wow. Okay. Those 3 are out. Now we're gonna get this thing out. Okay. Not strong enough. Get a gun that's strong. 19, get a 19 wrench for the nut. Okay. Okay, let's get our 1917 ratcheting. On top of the motor mount, transmission mount. There's also another 19. Take that out. Like I said, we're gonna be taking out the mount itself. Okay, it's out. The mount is almost out. We can pry the ball joint out. Not the ball joint itself, but you know, the 3 bolts that it's kind of like a holder, ball joint holder. See, there's a circle in the middle of the lower control arm. You pry that, okay? Now, we're also gonna take out the axle. That's, I believe, 32 millimeter socket. Let's see if I'm right. Could be wrong, but nah, I'm right. Okay. The reason why I'm taking the axle is that when I move the spindle, I can go that freely. You see that? I don't want to mess up the axle itself. See that? I can move the I can move the spindle. Now it's gonna be a lot easier for me to install and remove the control arm. This video could also go for how to remove your transmission mount. Two birds in one stone, my guy. So when you jack this thing up, make sure that you put a wood on the transmission pan, because you do not want to mess with that. It's not a good wood. I need a fucking good wood, my guy. This long enough, this short enough, small enough. This is short, that's what I'm talking about. Place it here. An oil pan. Same applies if you use the jack. Okay, lift it up. Keep going up. All right. From there, we are going to lower this, the transmission motor mount. Okay. Pay attention. That still has a little space on the mount. Guess we're gonna have to take out this cover. Start with the upper first. Oh, all right. So we'll go with the top one first. It's gonna keep going up just a little more. What's that? I think I'm gonna lower down the subframe just a little bit. Oh, never mind. Yeah. All right, so now that the motor mount is out, we have access on those two bolts that I'm talking about. Those are probably 21 volts. So I'll be using a 22 stubby socket, 3/8, stubby 1/2. Okay. That's one. Second one. See that? It's very easy to take out. Okay. Then make sure when you put the new one, the spacer is in the middle of the solar control arm. Both sockets are the same. I mean, both bolts are the same. Now we're gonna be taking out the lower ball joint. To do that, let me see if I can move it. Yo, what is that? Damn, where is my 19? Oh, it's right here. So I use a stubby gun with the stubby 19 socket, 1/2, and just not completely take out the bolt, but enough to make the bolt loosen. So now what I'm gonna do is take out the bolt joint. No, I need a smaller one. No, I need a smaller one. Okay, so this is the trick that I usually do when I'm installing a load control arm. I'll take out this part. I take out this part. So I'm installing just the arm itself without the bolt joint. Or you can install the bolt joint first. Make sure that the bolt joint and the control arm are detached from each other. Trust me, it's gonna make the installation a lot easier. Okay. Is that 12? That's 22. I don't know why I said 12. See if it's 22. It's the same socket, 22. Stubby 22 1/2 with a stubby gun. Okay. You all can see that. Put Alright. I will put a new cutter. Okay, installing the new cutter pin. Okay, bolt joint are now installed. Now we're gonna install the control arm. Remember this spacer goes in the middle, and it's got to be facing this way. The flat, it's got to be facing this way. Flat it, flat, flat. Now, so again, the spacer is gonna be from here. Inserted in the middle is gonna be flat. Okay. These are the two bolts. It's 2 bolts. It's gonna be here. I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna fry it first. Just kind of settle the bolts. Make sure both bolts are settled in. Hand thread the bolts first before you gun it. That's a very, very important part. Those are 22s. It's got settled in. So I was going earlier and did not go in for the So I feel like the bolt did went in, but it's not all the way in. So I just want to hammer the bolt just to make sure it's actually settled on the thread. Good. All right, hold on. This one goes in. Oh, all right. It's kind of there. It's not in there. So what we're doing now, make sure that this bolt is actually settled. Okay. I think it did move. Oh shit! See? Alright, that part is done. That hammer it. So I got the bolt there, but now we're gonna leave this alone for now, and we're gonna work on the motor mounts. All right. So this is the motor mount. We will be doing the bottom first. All right, make sure all the bolt. Kung plastic dito, marinig na ako. Pero kung wala pa plastic yan. Now, just push it down. Hammer. Ay. we want. See that? It's a little bit settled in. There you go. Now, I'm just gonna lower the transmission.
Ay, ano?
Lower the jack. Oh,
Punta ako dito po.
sige, sige.
Saan po kaya pat? Di ba? Oh, punta ako dito po. Parang busy po.
Okay.
Time to bring back the boys. Ano? Nakahigop na.
Okay. Put the bolt back.
Ay, hindi. Siguro ano. Kasi alam ko rin doon yung message. Hindi ko actually. Madali siguro kayo. Kapag may break. Dalang ko muna.
And 17. Put 17 here.
Salamat tayo ngayong gabi. Ay, Smith, una na ako.
Okay, yung machine na yun eh.
Ay, patinan ako sa... Pag-inan mo ko ba?
Ito ko nang may palang butas.
Okay, thank you. Kita tayo. Sige lang. Masag ka naman sa...
Now, I'm gonna put the axle. Okay. Okay. Sige, bukas lang. Now what I'm gonna do is put the see, put the proper execution here. Yeah, okay. Lower it down, then push. So I can install the lower ball joint with the control arm. It is better if we tighten everything. What was that, 17? Socket, 1/2. I'm gonna tighten the motor mount. ball joint. And what's left is this bolt right here and the outer tie rod. We can do the outer tie rod last. Now we need to manipulate this end of the control arm. So what we need to do is put the jack here on the rotor. Keep lifting it up so that this thing could straighten out. Then we can put the bolt. Oh, shit, I remember now. So once the bolt is here, I think I'm gonna pry it from this angle. Okay, then yeah, y'all can see that. There you go. So that's the technique. You pry it on the bolt, pry it out, pry it from inside to outside, and then you hammer it. How much now?
8.
Oh, it's only 8. Make sure you have a wrench on the top, on the nut. Okay. Then install the outer tie rod. Now the rest is until 7. It's 19. Alright. Motor mount is good. That's tight. Tight. Too tight. 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 Okay, put these 2 bolts on the cover back. Alright, so the driver's side is done. So now we're also going to replace the lower control arm on the passenger side. As usual, we're going to take out the outer tie rod. So let's start with the cutter pin. Using your cutter, take out the cutter pin. So using 17 millimeter socket, we're gonna take out the bolts of outer tie rod and the bolt joints that's holding to the control arm. The next is the axle nut. I think it is a triple square 30. And then grab your hammer and we're gonna take out the auto tie rod. Um, make sure that you hit the knuckle and not the outer tie rod itself. So aim properly. So the next bolt that we're gonna take out is the 19 bolt of the lower control arm. Make sure that you have a wrench on top of the nut of the lower control arm while gunning the actual bolt on the bottom. And then the next bolts that we're gonna take out are the ones that's for the motor mounts on the passenger side. I don't know if you guys could tell already, but I like to take out all my bolts so that the rest that we could do later is just taking out the actual parts. Fuck, there's no fucking sound. God damn, bro. I've been talking this whole time and motherfucker's not even registering. One bolt for the cover. 70 for the mount. $19 on the top bolt, the mount. On the top. See that? Let's see. Yeah, I can lift it up a little more. Okay. Okay. Oh, there you go. Lift up the engine a little more. Push to the side. There you go. Once the top portion is done, you can pry it out. Alright, that's how you take out the motor mounts on passenger side. Shit. The 2 bolts. I'm using a deep socket, one of them. I should be able to get out the control arm. Okay. What we're doing next is we're gonna take out the ball joint. Take out the cutter pin first. God damn. Only one, was that 19? will be using a 19 stubby socket with a stubby gun. There you go. Okay. Now I'm going to use the air hammer. Air hammer with this. So. Man, well, trying to show you guys. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, just like before, we're gonna take out the, we're gonna separate the ball joint and the lower control arm. Ball joint. I'm going to install the ball joint first. Okay. .22. Stubby 22 with the stubby gun. the caliper pin. Alright, so we're gonna put the control arm now. Remember, the spacer goes in the middle, and the flat side is facing that way. Okay, spacer, flat side, the bottom, flat side. Okay. 22 bolts. You hammer it down until it hits the, I guess the nut side. Same as the other side. God damn. Probably the middle portion. Make sure that the middle portion is flush. Down. Damn, blood. It's fucking blood. Anyways, settled in. Here's the 22 bolt. Now we're gonna thread the middle bolt, which is 22. Make sure it's in there before I gun it. It's actually threaded, so now we can gun it. 22. 22 with a deep 1/2 drive. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. That's not settled yet. Go to the other side. That one went down. So what we need to do is don't force this side. We're gonna have to wiggle, or actually hammer the bolt down because it's not settled in yet. There you go. I think it just went down a little more. All right, see now the 22 bolts are going down. You can tighten them out. All right, that's good. So after this two, we can now put the motor mount. Okay, let's put the motor mount. It's gonna be facing like this. The long part is on the back. So we will do bottom first and then top. Okay, bottom first, bottom. Getting the cord. I think this is the long first. The long one. All right, then we could move the mount to the side while I'm lowering the engine mount, while lowering the engine jack. Okay, make sure centered. Okay, there you go. Now when in, we can lower it down completely. All right. I got sound? Yeah, I got sound. Alright, we're almost done. I'm gonna put the bolts here so I don't forget them. And also the bolts. Yeah. So the bolts are going to be 3/17 on the bottom of the mount, and the top portion is 19. Okay. I'll tighten these later. So now I'm gonna work on putting the axle back. Okay. Push the spindle out and then put the axle in. Okay, there you go. Give it a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. From this point, what we're gonna do is in the middle of the control arm is a hole. You put your pry bar in that hole. So see, look. You lower it down like that, and then we're gonna put the spindle push the spindle and put the ball joint, attach it to the lower control arm. You see it? See that? So that hole on the control arm, use that as a leverage to pry down the control arm, and then align the lower ball joint. See that? Now it's aligned. Snap there, put all the bolts. 17. Okay. Like I keep saying, make sure you cross thread it first so you avoid stripping the bolt. Once it's threaded, you gun it. Okay, put the axle nut. Okay, now this is probably the most or the hardest part of this job, which is putting the bolt on this section of the lower control arm. Now pay attention to what I'll do. Okay, that's settled. Zoom in a little bit. Maybe zoom out. Okay, there you go. I will move this so that you have a better view. At this point, we're gonna put the bolt coming from the bottom first. But since at the moment the bottom's not even lined, so you get anything that you'll fit here in the bottom, kinda pry it out. Okay, once the bottom section is kind of centered, you can now get your pry bar and pry the bottom area of the bushing. Then install the lower bolt, or install the bolt coming from the bottom, like this. Okay. This is the best I could do, so I'll hammer it out. Okay. Oh, hey, where's my nut? I'll get my nut real quick. Oh. What's that? It's not actually like a 17, 19. Oh man, it's 19. Not really good. That felt really good. I have the 19 bolt. Okay, pay attention here. Now that I got the bolt halfway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my pry bar, pry it from the bottom of the bolt. Okay, I lied. Hammer it down until it's close enough to the hole in the top. Then here, grab your pry bar. From here, you pry it like this. You pry it forward. You pry the bolt forward, and then you hammer the bolt. From here, keep doing it, and then slightly move your pry bar to the head, the bolt, and while hammering it out. See, it gets closer and closer. There you go. Then we're just gonna put the bolt back on top. It's tapered, so you're rarely gonna damage the thread. If it does, then well, it's tapered. You can retie it better or easier. Okay, get your 19 wrench. Gun it from the bottom. 9 feet. Voila. That's tight. The middle portion's tight. This, I'm not even sure. The ball joint. If you're unsure with what you've done, just tighten everything. Double check. Double check. That's what we always say. Double check it. Double check your work. Tighten this. Okay, that's tight. That's good. Okay. God damn, bro. It's tight. Axle nut. Okay, almost there, almost done, man, almost done. Putting the dead on that axle nut. It's tight. This, not yet. Okay, 19 bolt on top of the mount. One more. Alright. It's good. Now we're gonna put back the cover to the turns. And then the last one that we're gonna install or put back is the first one that we took out, and that is the outer tie rod. It's the first one that I smashed. It's the last one that's gonna go in. Okay. Okay. So everything's good. We actually put both of the lower control arm and how long? So it's 9:36. I think I started around like almost 7. About 2.5 hours for both of them. If you guys like my content or the way I do my stuff, you know, just show me some love, man. Yeah, always pay attention to the angles on how I did my work, because I'm not always, I can't really describe what I do, what I'm doing, my stuff. Just pay attention. I'll do a little bit of some call outs, you know. Anyways, I'm tired. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.